What's up, YouTube? Mike here, another video. Today I wanted to make a video about, I'd rather explain it than kind of show it at first. So, if you guys are looking for a video on what type of parts to have on your truck, then this is kind of like the video. I'm going to be descriptive with it a little bit first. But pretty much, I'm going to start with dryers. So, because to me that's like the first thing you need to get going. I mean, it's the easiest stuff to keep. They're kind of, you can use between different, dryers usually, if it's Roper, Whirlpool, Admiral, all those brands that are Whirlpool pretty much you can use. Thermal fuses, high limit temp sensors, thermostats. But they usually, something like Whirlpool, they usually come in a kit, so you want to get those. Belts, common belts. Now, you can go to your parts place and you can kind of see what, I guess type of belts are commonly used in your area, or, or what moves the fastest. They'll let you know. And get a couple of those belts, stock those belts up. Now, Frigidaire, GE, they don't ride on roller wheels like, a lot of other dryers nowadays, like Samsung, LG, Whirlpool. They have a bearing in the back, and keep one or two of those type of kits. I have pictures on my Instagram. You can follow me on there and see what I do daily, and you'll see a couple of jobs I did with those bearing kits. Frigidaire, GE, there might be more, but those are the common ones. Roller wheels, you want to keep 2 to 3 different types. Like, I have everything I'm telling you I have on my truck now, this truck, and I'm gonna do another short video. I'm not gonna run through the whole shelves of each thing, but I kind of upgraded this from the first video I took, so you'll kind of see what I did there a little bit. Alright, back to it. Dryers, gas dryers, some coil valves, you need those. Everything that's common with the dryer, all the sensors and heating elements. Now, I don't keep heating elements for every single one, but the most common ones I use, which is like the 279, 838s. Those are the most common ones you'll see. Samsung dry heating elements I got one LG one. I have couple Whirlpool Duet front loader style dryers. I have those. What else do I have? I have restring kits for some GE and Frigidaire ones. Those are the dryers. Washers now. Washers is kind of, I want to say, your own discretion, because if you see a lot of certain ones in your area, then, but in general, you should keep water pumps. Now, I keep a lot of different, at least 5, 6 different ones that I know I have on my truck now at stock. And Whirlpool, the BMW style, they can be used. You can use ones interchangeably through models. Those styles, I have those type of pumps. I have the Duet style, or the Samsung front loader styles, or the LG style. There's certain ones that you'll know when you're in this industry, you'll see commonly, and you can use interchangeably, like I'm saying. So I have one pump that can go on several different models. That's pretty much what I'm saying. So you'll have, keep those pumps, lid switches, certain ones, especially the cheaper ones, a lot of the older direct drive type of, there's so many different lengths. At least keep one. You can kind of change those, you can take out the plastic spacer and kind of, wire it up differently. Not wire it up, it'll wire fine or clip in fine, but install it differently. Got a couple of those. I actually have the BMW style washer, one of those lid switches. I keep one of those because they go as well. A lot of the newer stuff with like the control boards or the timers, I usually don't keep those because they vary between models. You know, they can't. You want to keep things that you can use usually interchangeably, or sometimes you can't. Like I have, I'll get to that, but let me finish the washers. So pumps, I don't keep much belts because you're not gonna run into that much like you used to. You know, back when Maytag was Maytag, and you know, you'll see a lot of belts. Couplings for direct drives, keep couplings. Always keep a couple of couplings. I have like 6 or 7. You never know. I just use them and then make sure I reorder them. Dogs, agitator dogs. You need those. Make sure you keep a couple of those. What else do I have to make sure that I keep? These are older stuff. Now the newer stuff, like GE washers for their agitators, I keep the couplings that go on the shaft assembly. I keep those. These are in the realm of washing machines still. Let me see what else I got. That's pretty much it, maybe for the washers. I don't keep too much. Got maybe a couple pressure switch, but lid switches, pumps are the main things you want to keep for washers. Now, like I said, like again, I work on a lot of the BMW style too, so I might have the actuator shifters, have those, and I have at least one. I keep at least 1 or 2 of them, and the shaft assembly for the Cabrios, Bravos, and the Oasis. Now I try to keep. I run into those a lot, and I try to keep at least one of them. I have one I have to do on next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, when the part gets in, because I had to. I just did one last week, and I had to do another one. A lot of stuff that I do daily, if I've done a lot of them, I'm not gonna I try not to do a lot of repeats on my Instagram page. I mean, there are always going to be some type of repeats as far as what the problem is, but different brands. You know, you're moving between different brands. Stoves. I'll go to stoves because stoves is not that much I can keep for stoves. The older ones, you want to keep terminal blocks, a couple coil for the electric ones. Gas, I don't do that much gas as far as stoves. I live in Florida, so it's not South Florida, and it's not a lot of, it's more electric as far as when it comes to that. But I still have some igniters, and well, I don't have any, no, just igniters I have for gas stoves, and a couple switches, infinite switches that I keep. Because they are interchangeable between some brands, some of them, some of the time, because you don't know how the knob will turn. So that's pretty much with the ovens. Refrigerators, I probably keep a lot more and vast things of. You can say, you know, I have different types of fan motors, different types of some tap valves, some different water valves, different. I have a couple ice makers for Whirlpool, Maytag, those brands, but not much. What else do I keep? I'm gonna do a rundown video maybe later today, just to skim through it, but then you'll have an idea of what I'm actually talking about through this video. Yeah, so dishwasher stuff, I do keep a couple pumps. I keep the door links. They're different between models, but at least the threaded parts, you know, you want to keep 1 or 2. You never know when you might need the string for it. A couple water valves I keep, but I've gotten those through just installs and having old parts. I have a lot of this. I'm just talking about this van. My other van, I have just old parts I've gotten through the years. First year warranty, just different things like that that you can keep and you don't really use as much. Other than that, let's see, microwaves, I don't do microwaves as much. So I already said that in a different video. So as I'm looking back, I think that's for, you know, even I have thermostats for some refrigerators. a lot of defrost bimetals. I do have about 3-4 different kinds of those that I keep. And I got some GE heating elements. I have 2 different ones, the longer one, the shorter one. They're both, and I have single ones for both of those, and then I have the regular long one, that's the dual element now. So I keep one of those because I run into a lot of GE. I keep a couple GE fan motors in particular, which sometimes they can be used on some Frigidairs depending on the model. Like I said, majority you want to make sure you keep the main stuff: washers, dryers, refrigerators, dishwashers, stoves. It depends on how much you get them to keep how much, you know, part inventory you want on them. But those are pretty much the basics of the basics that you want to keep. You know, you want to make sure you always have some GE, Whirlpool. I guess GE and Whirlpool are the most common things that I see mostly, so I always try to keep, and some Frigidaire, so, because some Frigidaire can work. It all depends, and if you've been doing this long, you know that certain bimetals or defrost thermostats can work depending on the range. If you have the right range, temperature range, you can use those. As long as it's close, you might be 10 degrees off some, but you want to make sure it's close. And like I said, I'm not here to really teach you guys that know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. That's pretty much it. I don't keep a lot of specialty parts on this truck. My other van, I do have select parts for certain models that if I do run into what I have, but I don't use them too often. I just did a garbage disposal the other day. That was a truck stock. I had that for maybe months ago that I used one, and I always just get another one just to have one. You know, you never know when you run into that job and, oh, my garbage disposal doesn't work too, or you get a call for a garbage disposal. If you can't go pick up one, you have one on your, you know. So garbage disposals, they're usually, if you can't get them unlocked or unjammed, you're just replacing them. That's pretty much how that goes nowadays. That's pretty much what I want to run through. I want to say the majority of stuff I have are washers, dryers, and refrigerator parts more than anything. So later on, I'm going to do a video, so look for that later. I'm going to upload it on just taking a tour of the new van and see what I did to it. All right, so take care, guys. Thanks for all the love. Appreciate it.